A Chinese rocket is on its way to the moon with a mission to bring back rock samples back down to Earth.
Prepare to have your mind blown. When China's Chang'e 5 mission drilled beneath the lunar surface and brought back new samples, what it found were earth-shattering. We will conduct deep study of these precious lunar samples, and it is for sure we will cooperate with global scientists and organizations on the scientific research. Once thought scarce on the moon was found deeply embedded in tiny impact-formed glass beads spread across vast regions. Scientists remain astounded by these findings, which could revolutionize lunar exploration and offer groundbreaking solutions to our planet's ever-growing energy demands. Historic mission launch and landing. On December 1, 2020, China made history with the launch of the Chang'e 5 spacecraft from the Wenchang Space Center in Hainan Province. This ambitious mission was set to become one of the most important lunar expeditions since the mid-1970s. Built to weigh nearly 8 tons, the probe's main task was to land on the moon, collect rock samples from beneath the surface, and safely return them to Earth. After a 23-day voyage through space, the Chang'e 5 lander separated from its orbiter and made a soft landing in a region called Oceania Procella. This site, located near the moon's equator and on its far side, is an enormous plain that has attracted the interest of scientists because of its unique landscape. Close by stands the towering 5,250 feet Mons Rumker Formation, suggesting that the area once saw intense volcanic activity. The successful touchdown of Chang'e 5 was greeted with applause around the world. The last time lunar material was brought back to Earth was in 1976, making this mission a potential game changer for space exploration. Within just 14 Earth days, the Chinese team drilled beneath the dusty surface and gathered samples thought to be about 1 billion years older than any returned by the Apollo program. When the Ascent module soared back up to meet its orbiter, global viewers marveled at the thrilling spectacle of modern technology in action. By December 17, 2020, the samples were safely back on Earth after the return capsule landed in Mongolia. The entire endeavor was a point of national pride for China and a major milestone for space research worldwide. Scientists eagerly opened the lunar sample, hoping to learn more about the moon's history, including the processes that shaped its surface and interior. Many experts believe these fresh rock layers might challenge long-held ideas about the moon being dry and barren. The Chang'e 5 mission also showed the growing capability of China's space program. This launch succeeded in raising the country's standing among other space-faring nations. With advanced drilling, sample return technologies, and a bold vision for future missions, China is poised to continue to expand our knowledge of the moon. For now, the triumphant landing of Chang'e 5 affirms that robotic ventures can still break new ground and create excitement worldwide decades after the first lunar explorers left their footprints in the dust. This historic success stands as a beacon of exploration, inspiring humanity onward. Unique landing location. China's Chang'e 5 lander made history by touching down in a spot on the moon that few expected. This unique landing location, known as Oceania Procella, stretches across the far side of the lunar equator. Despite its name suggesting a calm sea, this area is not an actual ocean but a vast flat plain made of dark volcanic rock. What makes it even more special is the towering 5,250 feet high Mons Rumker standing like a sentry near the landing zone. Scientists were excited because Oceania Procella had never been explored up close by any previous mission. So the chance to investigate it was enormous. Before the lander arrived, scientists could only study this region from faraway spacecraft photos or orbiters. Those images showed signs of volcanic activity, large lava flows, and interesting rock layers waiting to be sampled. By choosing Oceania Procella, the Chang'e 5 team hoped to discover valuable information about the moon's geological evolution. Extra intrigue was added by the presence of Mons Rumker, which is believed to have been shaped by ancient volcanic eruptions. Such formations might hold clues about how the moon cooled and developed, as well as possibly hiding rich mineral deposits beneath their surface. Another reason this spot surprised many people is its location on the far side of the moon. Most past missions focused on sites visible from Earth. Landing on the far side demanded advanced technology for communication because signals could not simply beam straight home without using relay satellites. Despite these technical hurdles, the Chang'e 5 mission successfully landed in Oceania Procella and began its historic work. The lander drilled deeper than any mission had in decades, searching for evidence of hidden water, volcanic layers, and intriguing crystals that might shed light on Earth's closest neighbor. Scientists consider this region extraordinary because of its unexplored territory and age. Much of the rock here is believed to be around 1 billion years older than the samples gathered during the Apollo missions. That means the mission could provide fresh perspective on the Moon's origins. Experts hope that studying Oceania Procella will help us understand significant events like meteorite impacts, volcanic periods, and the processes that formed the Moon's crust. All of these discoveries in such a remarkable part of the lunar surface have elevated China's space exploration efforts and energized the global scientific community, offering yet another reminder that the Moon still holds many secrets for us to uncover. Deep Sample Collection. Deep sample collection was the heart of China's Chang'e 5 mission, marking a breakthrough in lunar exploration. While earlier spaceflights gathered only surface dust and shallow rocks, Chang'e 5 drilled deeper than any mission had in decades. This was a bold step that promised to reveal hidden layers of the Moon, believed to be far older and more varied than the material previously studied. Scientists wanted to see if these deep samples might confirm well-known theories or perhaps bring forth new ideas about how the Moon was formed. Soon after the mission's lander touched down in Oceania's Procella, a vast plain on the far side of the Moon, it began its much-anticipated drilling. Unlike past landers that focused on simply scooping up loose lunar soil, Chang'e 5's equipment reached layers that had likely never seen the light of day. These older deposits might carry clues to ancient volcanic activity, meteor impacts, and the cooling of the Moon over billions of years. By digging below the surface dust, the mission raised hopes that these undiscovered rocks could hold evidence of water, minerals, or other surprises few expected to find so far from Earth. Getting the samples was only half the battle. The lander had a small ascent module that took off from the lunar surface after drilling was complete. It rendezvoused with the orbiting spacecraft, transferring its precious cargo before heading home. This tight schedule, only about 14 Earth days, meant the Chang'e 5 team had to work fast and efficiently. The window for safe operations on the Moon is limited, especially when considering temperature swings and harsh radiation conditions. When the samples finally arrived back on Earth on December 17, 2020, researchers around the globe celebrated the material came from deeper, older layers that could carry fresh details about the Moon's origin. For instance, many scientists believe that the Moon formed after a Mars-sized planet slammed into Earth over 4 billion years ago, throwing hot debris into orbit. If that story is correct, the deeper rocks could show remnants of intense heating or contain chemical signatures linking them to Earth. On the other hand, if they turned out to be different, it could spark an entirely new view of our nearest neighbor. Thanks to Chang'e 5's deep sample collection, the scientific community gained an invaluable chance to study material untouched by previous missions. This daring feat proved that drilling below the lunar surface is both possible and highly rewarding, opening the door for more ambitious projects and perhaps even for humans to one day unearth the Moon's deepest secrets themselves. Ancient lunar material. The lunar samples collected by China's Chang'e 5 mission have amazed researchers around the world because they come from layers believed to be about 1 billion years older than those gathered during the Apollo program. This fact alone makes them a rare treasure in the scientific community. By drilling deeper than many earlier missions, Chang'e 5 was able to reach material that stayed hidden from view for countless ages. This ancient lunar material tells a story of how the Moon formed and evolved over billions of years. One long-standing theory says the Moon was created when a planet about the size of Mars collided with Earth, throwing hot debris into orbit. As that debris cooled, the Moon took shape. However, many scientists thought most water and light elements would have evaporated because of the high temperatures involved. But the new samples challenge this belief. They suggest that the Moon still holds surprising amounts of water and mineral. some formed through repeated impacts with comets, asteroids, or meteorites that peppered its surface for billions of years.